little windy. It's a little windy. Send help. So you want to be raw vegan, a fringe group within a fringe group. I'm fine with it. I'm with you. I've been raw vegan for one day and I'm thriving. I'm thriving pretty hard. So I was thinking the other day, like, what appliance? Because you need some help. You can't just chew all that shit yourself. What do you get? A blender? A juicer? Something else? The secret thing is the answer.
Just let me be a monkey.
So as a raw vegan, or any diet really, you could apply this to any diet. You can use tools to help you just break things down a little easier. I mean, it's a lot of fruit to chew. The fruit isn't the hard part, it's the greens. Imagine just these giant salads every night. You might be 2 hours into that thing. Where's your family? Off in another room crying. And so it helps to break your food down a bit, and it doesn't mean, oh, your diet's not natural. You need this machine. Oh, look, I found the flaw in your diet. It's like everybody. I think Three Ridge is eating ground meat. It's like, oh, what happened? When I was eating raw meat, that took 2.5 hours to eat the rack of lamb. I was chewing for so long, my jaw hurt. So if you want to be like a jaw model and have like huge jaw muscles and your whole life is based off that, then chew all you want. Me, I want some help. Let's get that shit over with. So you're watching all these raw vegan recipes. Everybody's using a high-speed blender or a juicer. Costs $400. And you're like, should I get in on that? Do I need it? Let me break it down what I would do right now. A blender, do you need that? In my opinion, smoothies are less satiating than just eating the fruit, unless you're trying to get that banana nice cream. So nice. It's frozen food. How does that digest well? 0 degrees. Then your body has to like heat that up. You're already cold, you freak. You're a raw vegan in the winter. Get real with yourself. So I don't know. I probably wouldn't go for the high-speed blender unless you're into these nut patés. Is that even healthy? Do you want to make the Lou Corona nut yogurts? Depends what style. There's many different styles of raw vegan diets. There's the high carb that just eat the mono meals, so you barely need anything. Some people are eating a head of romaine lettuce by itself for dinner. I've done it. You're a freak. You're over there now. You were about to leave the video due to boredom, and I switched the scene, keeping your interest. So the blender, is it needed? These smoothies, like if you're doing all the superfoods and you just want to blend a concoction, you're working, you want to bring something to work, okay, you go for the blender. Juicing, that's more medicinal, in my opinion. Compared to the smoothies, that's a meal versus a cleanse. If you want to do a juice fast, I mean, I did that 90-day one. It was very beneficial. I think I wouldn't be thriving the way I am now if I didn't do that. I got rid of a lot of crap, and I still got some in me. I know I need either a longer water fast or another juice fast, and then we might peak some semblance of dignity. But the juice, do I need daily juice? Is it even healthy? I don't know. There's many people who agree and disagree on that. Lauren Lockman says never juice anything. Some people are like, juice saved my life. It's good. If you can't eat enough greens, making that green juice, that's fantastic. Green juice, then a fruit meal, then a salad. Wow. So both juicers and blenders have their place, but in my opinion, starting now, I think I'd go for the food processor because it helps you break down the food, but you get to eat and enjoy this big meal still. So like my salads, I'm throwing everything through a food processor. The odd thing is chopped, like tomatoes, but it depends what you like. I just like a broken down green. I don't need the chopped texture of greens. Maybe I will, but you can mix and match, and then you get to eat this salad. And I also do it with the apples. Apples are tough to eat. Like, it's tough to eat more than 5 of them. It's a lot of chewing. It's a lot of teeth wear. If you get a grated apple system going, you add some dried fruit to that, it's actually a pretty savory, it's very sweet, disgustingly sweet, so much fructose. But the dates and the figs and the apples, a little cinnamon on there. I might throw an onion in one day. Talk about balance. Balance with poison. That'd be good. I switch scenes again to distract you from the fact that I have no actual useful information. So I think I go food presser. Oh God, I had one chance at that line. Especially if you get a good one, like a Breville that has many different blades. You got like a meal system. Blenders are just smoothies or soups. It's all just, there's no texture. And then juice is a cleanse. You can't You're not going to feel very satisfying on a juice meal, but the food processor, especially with the salads, you could throw nuts in there, certain things like the sprouts. I didn't love the texture of buckwheat sprouts, but then you food process them, it's more of a pate type of thing, and then you're adding vegetables to it. It's actually somewhat, still disgusting. Sprouts, like, don't get me wrong here. Gross. I just soaked some lentil sprouts. I'll let you know how those go. Just a tiny amount, not a huge meal, a sprout-based meal. That was dumb. I'm dumb. But like a food processor can handle pretty much anything you throw at it, and you get satisfying meals that would otherwise be too hard to chew, just take too long. You could do it if you want to spend hours like a rhinoceros. A wolf would just chuck back the raw meat. Do you have any raw meat? I switched scenes one last time to distract you the fact that if a wolf just dropped a piece of raw meat, I would have pounced on it like a chicken would have. I think food processor all the way. Blender might be next best. I think all three eventually, though. You want to do that juice fast one day, you might want a superfood smoothie for brain health. What, a dehydrator? That's the one I wouldn't go to. That's all drying. And you're adding salt and shit, and your flax crackers. Are those even healthy? Oh, they're kind of tasty. You want a good recipe. Just blend corn and flax seeds. Blend them together. Actual cobs of corn that you slice, non-GMO. Blend them up. It's so like a cookie. Delicious. Fantastic. GMO. Good. May the wind gods bless us. Bless us this night. In my opinion, the most important thing, a nice cutting board, nice wood one, maybe not a bamboo. Those are glued together. You do know that. That's poison. Just dry it. Make sure you dry the thing. Mine's full of mold. Good old black mold. I was deficient. That's good. A nice chef's knife. You don't need much. Maybe some scissors. That's more of a raw meat thing. I'm not debating switching to raw meat. What are you talking about? That's ridiculous. You're silly. Oh, you're silly. So, what do you think? Is the best thing a food processor? You believe it. You agree. I'm gonna leave. After you thumb up the video, of course. Thank you. It is illegal to thumb them down. If you could heard that siren. The reason you would be doing it is because you tickled your dog. He vomited. You scraped it up and put it into a cereal box and told your kid brother that there's a prize in there. Yeah, that's not very honest, is it? It's kind of like you're a bad brother. You should be raising him to be a better man, but you're tricking him. But the only person you're really tricking is yourself and your heart. So, I'm gonna leave. Thank you for watching this episode in the woods. Subscribe anytime. Come on back.